The Flash, Season 4, Episode 2, Mixed Signals. Is it awesome? Is it carrying the show further? Let's talk about it in this spoiler review. Welcome to Durbania, I'm Durbin, and this is my spoiler talk for Mixed Signals, which is Episode 2 of Season 4 of The Flash. So far, this is still my favorite show on the CW. It's my favorite superhero show they got going right now. It's the one that's the most got my attention, the one that I'm always the most excited for the next episode for. In this episode, it had its good, it had its negatives, as they all do, but overall, I really enjoyed this episode of The Flash. So first, hitting those positives. For me, the biggest, most overwhelming positive of this episode was having Happy Barry back. Not this emo, down on the world, everything's bad, I'm such a bad person Barry, but a Barry that has just let that stuff go, who's happy. I mean, for crying out loud, this episode opens with such a dark scene where Kilgore, this guy with technological power, gets a hold of this elevator and starts making it go up and down with this billionaire in it, so that way he's going up and down in the elevator till basically he explodes all over the elevator and then he crashes the elevator down. So it's a mess. There was a witness to this and she's all traumatized when the door opens and there's the mess in there. What I'm getting to with this is Barry walks in, feeling so good. He's like, wow, it's such a beautiful day, as the lady who witnessed this gruesome murder looks at him with this crazy look. The fact that we can return to that kind of fun humor with Barry, where he's just lighthearted and he's happy, it makes me happy. It makes me happy to watch great action Flash moments with a happy Barry. Like when Kilgore got a hold of the whole technologically advanced car and was driving the other billionaire about to kill him. And then Barry, in order to save the guy, had to run faster than the speed of light and grab a whole bunch of tools and then dismantle the car, and then the guy in his seat slowly slides up to the wall that he was about to hit, so he turns out he's fine. Moments like that are fantastic. Or how about the grenade going off in Joe's office and then Barry runs in there and he catches each piece of the shrapnel? I mean, so many great moments like that. On top of the fact that Barry and Cisco, their friendship is awesome. And Cisco being so excited about the new Flash suit, all the technology that he's installed in it and all that stuff, and Barry getting excited but not reading the instruction manual because that's super thick. Just great little character moments like that between Barry and Cisco, and Barry being happy again. Great, awesome superhero scenes that I want to see. I loved seeing moments like that. I truly enjoyed it. Now, if I was going to hit my negatives of this episode, for me, the most overwhelming negative was just the soap opera stuff that they keep wanting to shove into these superhero shows. Now, when I say that, I'm not against Barry and Iris being together. I'm not against Cisco and Gypsy. What I am against is the fact that you have a guy whose superpower is to take over technology and he's out there killing people. But no, we got to spend time with Barry and Iris in couples therapy. No, Gypsy and Cisco now can't communicate. So now we gotta have that overwhelming thing. This episode ends with the thinker oh, Kilgore's right where I want him. We get the revelation that Kilgore was not here for the Star Labs explosion, so he didn't become a metahuman here. And he's not the only one. So there's others, and the thinker is looking to get those others. What an awesome reveal for this to end on. There's so much bigger stuff going on. And a huge chunk of this episode was just devoted to couples therapy between Barry and Iris and Cisco and Gypsy and their inability to communicate. So I'm going to do my best now to look at both sides of the story, because on the other side of this, yes, it was a little annoying, but Cisco and Barry, once again, both being happy characters. Okay, there were lighthearted moments in that, where Barry was sitting in couples therapy with Iris, and there's the visible discomfort of them being there. Barry and Iris both being nervous that the therapist is writing things down, being nervous about what she's writing down, why she's writing it down. Moments like that, that was pretty hilarious. So I will give it that. I thought that was pretty hilarious. Cisco realizing that when a girl says, oh, it's okay, it's fine, what she really means is the exact opposite, and his fear and trepidation and all that stuff. Moments like that, okay, That was pretty funny. So amidst what I just called was very, very negative, there is still some good stuff sprinkled in, and I will give that to the Flash's credit. Like, they had a lot of fun with these characters, and they had fun with those moments. And you know what? On the other hand, too, they also have to address the fact that Barry has been gone for 6 months. The last episode, it was just him coming back. How did that impact him and Iris? How has that impacted their relationship? You know, that can't go unaddressed. So I'm going to go ahead and say there's another positive sprinkled on the negative. But still, it was really annoying to me. It just was. It's like, okay, guys, look, I get it, okay? We need enough relationship stuff in here just to add a little bit of tension. But really, it's a superhero show. I'm not here for soap opera relationship drama. I'm here for a bomb going off and Barry running in, time freezing, and then he catches every bit of shrapnel. Moments like this is why I'm here. Them solving the case of how do you stop the guy whose power is taking control of technology, and Barry's new suit is full of technology. Things like that. That's the biggest reason I'm there, and this is what I really want to watch. Again, this is me ranting, and this is me personally. If you like that stuff, that's fine. Like I just said, there were sprinkles of positivity on it that made it tolerable for me. That I did enjoy the scenes because I enjoyed the characters, but overall, I could do without the soap opera stuff. I really can. Made me so mad when I was like, why did you leave me? Because if he didn't leave you, the world was going to blow up. You know, Speed Force needed a speedster in there. Okay, so going back from Iris's point of view, I do get it. You know, it was cold. Barry was smiling when he stepped into the Speed Force, okay? I can understand how that feels cold. But you know, none of the other speedsters stepped up to say, hey, I'll go in the Speed Force, because, you know, you just saved the world and now you're engaged. So I'll go ahead and step into the Speed Force. None of the other speedsters present in that group did that. So Barry did step forward. Also, Barry was the first one to step forward. Point is okay, I can get it. I can understand how that hurt. I can understand where she feels abandoned. And I can understand where that's something that she needs to work through. But I want to see superhero stuff. That's all I'm going to say about that. The next negative was probably Barry's suit itself. I thought it was hilarious, things like, you know, the suit inflating and things like that. Moments like that were pretty hilarious. But the moment where Kilgore took a hold of the suit for the first time, and then you hear Cisco's voice in the suit, it reminded me remarkably of Spider-Man Homecoming with Karen's voice in Spider-Man's suit. When, you know, Barry held out his hand like this and the light shot out, I went, yep, that is Iron Man. So moments like that were kind of negative. Again, I'm kind of nitpicking on that one. And then when you have Wally West, I feel so bad for Wally West because, number one, they made a little joke about the fact that Barry got an updated suit and Wally didn't. But then they just moved right past it. So Wally is really the Luigi in this Mario and Luigi team, kind of constantly getting passed over for cool stuff. And then at the end, when, you know, Barry learns how to communicate, he learns how to trust Iris, he's like, you know what? Come with me, Wally. You know, it's part of that growth in the relationship thing now that he's back, trying to get back in sync with things. And then Wally gets knocked out, like, right away as soon as they're there. Give me a little bit more Wally West. It's the Flash's show. It needs to be about the Flash, but you can't let Wally be that useless. We gotta have some good Wally moments coming up here in the future. I want to see more Wally West, and I want to see, like, Wally West get a cooler suit with tech in it. I want to see Wally West, you know, not get knocked out 2 minutes into the fight so that he can actually be a huge part of it. I want to see more of that. That said, overwhelmingly, I enjoyed this episode, and I am really enjoying this season. I like the Thinker. I don't know much about him, but I'm excited to learn more about him. I'm excited to learn more about Kilgore and where he got his powers from, and I want to know more about the others and how they got powers. Like, there's so much I want to know. This deepened it for me, and it's got me more hooked. So I'm excited for more Flash Season 4. What did you think? Let me know in the comments, and while you're there, hit the subscribe button to become a Durbania. Next to the subscribe button is that bell. Click that bell so you're notified the moment I drop new videos like movie reviews, ranking videos, theological analyses, and so much more. I'm Durbin. Thanks for checking out Durbania.